And so after several hours of video editing, we finally get to produce our next video. And so I get to go ahead and start the video edit and the compression process here, as you guys can see. And there we go. We get to start making our next, well, my computer gets to start compressing it into a usable format that can then be uploaded onto YouTube. So anyways, I can move on to the next task of my day. I have been meaning to clean the floors and to vacuum my apartment. So I'm going to be vacuuming and doing just basic, tasks around my house, because I not only, want to get the work done, I just have to get the work done basically around this place, because it does look kind of shabby still. But to be fair, I do live on my own, so I don't really have to worry about other people living with me or how it looks so much as just, yeah. So with that, I think I'm gonna start, organizing the stuff in my living room area. Like this stuff needs to go into that cart right there and stuff like that, so that I can prepare to go clean for a client's property tomorrow. And that's what I'm saying. Let's get this done. Another day in the life. Gotta take care of my usual chores and stuff. It's always more stuff to do, right? So really stoked about that. I gotta throw this in the garbage can. Alright, so yeah, gotta get some chores done like usual. No damn life. Oh, gosh. So I got going on here. Nothing. Okay, now we can just focus on sweeping and mopping the living room. Hallelujah. guys, so feeling a little bit gassed, but as you can tell, the place looks a lot cleaner, and that's because I want to organize it a bit better, and I'm thinking of buying some furniture here pretty soon for the apartment. But then I thought to myself, you know, what looks better? Like, does it look better if I present it more like a recording studio with all my cleaning tools as props, or just present something more like, you know, welcome to my apartment, you know, with all the home decor and stuff. I don't know. I don't mind living a bit minimalistically for the time being. But yeah, we're gonna add just a little bit of some furniture here pretty soon, so probably just get this area cleared up a bit, make it look a lot nicer. But okay, I'm feeling like grocery shopping. I want to cook some food here and do a new recipe. So let's go and get some groceries, I guess. All right, let's get some groceries, guys. I need to get this done because without food, I'll starve. But actually, there's like this really good Korean recipe I'm gonna make for myself. Just like, let's get on out of here. So. All right. Just gonna stop by my local butcher shop where they have immediately available ingredients, and I could always use some of that, right? So here we go. Alright, so speaking of which, I've been meaning to say that the weather's really good today. It's so good that I can't help but want to walk around a little bit, stretch my legs, get some additional tasks I want to do. But just, you know, getting that extra bit of exercise. I want to be able to walk, you know. And like, you know, lately I don't really know what to talk about while I'm walking to the grocery store, but it's like I'm saying, guys, more day in the life content, because I don't know, I haven't been able to get to like any real substantial traction quite yet on my YouTube channel. I think some of these videos will start to take off and all. It's just, you know, it takes a while for videos to cook on platform, and like I'm saying, you know, I started the day video editing. Now I gotta cook some food. Then while I'm cooking food, I have to go and video edit some more. So, you know, like, definitely understand that the process of making YouTube videos is a bit of a grind, and it's not really that, you know, all it's made out to be sometimes, because every minute of your day is occupied either coming up with content, creating the content, editing the content, or whatnot. So there's just so many things that becomes like a variable to creating great videos. So that's what I was saying, guys. Don't think for 1 second that people who make videos for a living, I think they work really hard now that I think about it. So especially in my case, I mean, I don't even make a living off videos, but I feel like I work like a slave on creating, like I work Like, yeah, I mean, like the algorithm will quite literally slave drive you. It's like, whoa, 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 don't run me over, bro. Don't run me over, bro. Got your driver's license already. Got your license plate already, bro. So, just sad. Got some stuff to do. And not even sure. Like, personally, I like this. There's like this chicken that I'm gonna be making. It's like, we call it taktoritang in Korean, but it's basically chicken, braised chicken with potatoes and carrot and onion, basically, with some gochujang sauce and some sugar, and you know, yeah, it's just really good. You know, it's just really good. I can't wait to get the ingredients from the local butcher shop. So I had to go and pick up some chicken, get some mandatory exercise because I live indoors basically. I don't really get out of the house too much because I'm working on my computer so much. I don't actually get a whole lot of time to actually go out and do anything. Actually, it's kind of sad. But tomorrow I have to go out and take care of a client's property. So that's really nice. I get to work. But talking about, like, you know, leisurely activity, you know, most of my day is just preoccupied, just trying to like get stuff done, you know. Every single day is preoccupied like that, actually, because it's like, it doesn't look like I'm actually doing anything, but then when I carefully audit my time, I'm actually really preoccupied every single day. And then sometimes I do watch, like, I do have a nasty addiction of watching YouTube videos, but it's not like I'm watching YouTube videos the way, you know, other people are watching YouTube videos, right? So, one second, we gotta get this to go up like this. So that's why I say, like, you know, in my particular case, YouTube content, I have to carefully like audit my time to make sure that I can maintain a daily upload schedule, because uploading daily is pretty hard. It's easier to be, you know, informative and educational than to be, you know, always documenting your whole life every single day, which I do document my life like crazy. I don't think I can dump like my schedule together to where it's like vlog every single day, and then, you know, because some of these vlog episodes I'm filming them, they take a couple days to film, and then some of these episodes in between are just educational videos, but those are not filler videos either. Like, some of those educational videos literally have some of the best content for that particular genre or niche, I think, personally. So keeping it kind of mixed up, you know, you guys see me, you know, living my life, running my routine, doing work, getting through my usual hustle and bustle. But yeah, I'm gonna get to the grocery shop here real soon, and then I'm gonna start filming again. But so like I said, trying to make our way to the store and all, and I just can't wait to get some grub. Well, the particular ingredients I'm looking for, at least, is chicken. So we need to get, like, and they have such good prices on the chicken at this particular meat market that I go to. So gotta support these guys, because they always hook it up for me, dude. They're always hooking it up for me when it comes down to like the meats and stuff like that. And honestly, but yeah, 안녕하세요 아저씨. So trying to get some good groceries right here. Here we are. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? I want to grab some chicken from you guys. I want to get the. Do you have like the what's it called again? Yeah, it's the quarter leg, the leg quarters.
How many?
5 pounds.
5 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making like a Korean like ingredient. They call it taktoritang in Korean. I don't know the English translation of it, but it's just, you know, chicken, carrots, potatoes, onions, you know, sauce and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, we gotta get some of that good stuff over here. So let's see what we got.
Little over, okay?
Okay, that's okay.
10:34.
Okay, no problem. Now I gotta grab some rice. So I'm gonna grab like one of these real quick. I like grabbing the Shasta Cola. Honestly, Shasta doesn't taste too bad. All right, now we are. I have to buy some of this. I guess I just gotta buy some food. Okay. So yeah, 640. Yes, I want a bag. So yeah, just doing my grocery quick run at the local store and all. They do treat me well here. It's one of my favorite secrets. Whenever I need to grab some quick meat, some vegetables, and all, this always comes in handy. I think in Mexico they call these things like bodegas or something like that, but in Korea they're kind of like convenience store, like grocery store combo type of thingies. So they're like, you know, it's kind of like a certain style of store that I like too. So pressing the record button, guys. There are days where even I don't want to hit the record button, but I'm like, no, I gotta keep going, because if I don't keep going, then, you know, nothing's gonna happen. So just gotta keep putting out the videos, keep making videos. So yeah, all right, guys. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Oh man, no, I got the Kirkland paper towels right there. I got it. Welcome to Hollywood. Yeah. What do you think we do here? We make videos in Los Angeles. That's what we do. Anyways. No, I love that shit. Oh, you guys are still high schoolers, so you guys still think like high schoolers, and you act like high schoolers, and you immature like high schoolers and stuff. You know, that's what high schoolers are. They're young, they're kids, they act like kids because that's what they are. You know, that's why I laugh at it. Like when people heckle each other and stuff in high school, I just like say, whatever. That's what kids do, because they're kids. Anyways, that paper towel right here. Alright, so we got all the stuff we did. Oh. It's just shit. So yeah, just another day in the life, folks. So something to do real quick. So, plus I got some cola. Dude, I love soda as well. Like, I'm also thinking about getting a soda stream for like one of my future episodes, a soda stream. Cause I don't know, there are days where like people would be like, yeah, I like my coffee in the morning, and I'm like, hell no, I want to be able to make soda in the morning. Soda is how I want to start my day, not coffee. Coffee sucks. You know, like if you overconsume your Coca-Cola, all that happens is you gain a little fat on your belly. But when you overconsume like caffeine, you have all sorts of problems. Like you have sleeping disorders, you can't sleep correctly. Oh please, you know, like caffeine puts you on a really, really weird body rhythm cycle, and that's why I like to minimize the amount of caffeine I'm consuming by drinking some soda. But anyways, let's put away the groceries real quick, because I want to get through this day a bit faster. So we got all that stuff in there. And then we got the chicken. So we got all this chicken just kind of sliding in there real quick. The chicken in there. And then nice 2-liter soda on the side. That's what my Shasta Cola right there. Oh, yeah. Bachelor life in LA, baby. Okay, now I got my rice. And then paper towel for being able to kind of get my premium towel on. Boom, shakalaka. Now we're ready for my customer. It's gonna get their house cleaned tomorrow. We got our bags, stuff right there. Got our rice. So, oh yeah, dude, look at that. Nice and fresh premium jasmine rice with all that soda. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to take a small 5-minute break, 10-minute break, and then I'm going to start cooking my food. So I gotta get the rice inside this. I gotta put the rice cooker and the rice pot over there. To be a bit firmer. There we go. Boom, shakalaka. Now I get the rice in. Rice. There we go. Alright. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Got the rice going. We're gonna add the potatoes here as well. They're nice and chopped in a way like that. Boom. See what I'm saying right there? Cut in a way that's very uniform, reasonable to eat. So we got the potatoes like that. Okay, now I'm gonna grab the onions. Quickly chop through these. This is the way I like to chop my onions. onions in there. Nice. Like that. Chunky. You want this to be a chunkier dish. So it goes well with your chicken and all. I can see myself getting in like another carrot and another potato to make sure it comes out right. Like that. Just kind of see what we're doing here. I got some leftover onions that I want to add to the chicken stew that I'm making. Chopped carrots go really well with this. We need to have carrots in this recipe, otherwise it just won't taste right. Chicken right there. Maybe chop it up a little bit if it's possible, but I'm not sure quite how. So but in either case, I want to add as much meat as I can to this combination. So this particular case seems like the most we can add. Alright. Meat and vegetables. Well, when you talk to a Korean about meat and vegetables, it's what meat and vegetables is all about. Add this in right there. Fresh from the butcher. No delay. If you delay cooking meat, my experience has been, bro, the vegetables start to chop down in size. So I got the water inside here, as you guys can see. I'm gonna have to add the broth to the stew. Okay, it's up to the limit. Next, what do you need to add? Is the red pepper paste, red pepper flakes, and then some sugar, okay. So I'm going to add some of these ingredients real quick to this recipe. So we got some sugar, pepper flakes. A fair amount. Gonna add the gochujang. In this case, 3 tablespoons. 3 spoons worth, I guess. Now I'm going to cook this for several hours so that the vegetables get smaller in size. But as you can see, we've got this paste all over the chicken. And then it mixes in on top. At least this is how I like to make it. Seed oil. Soy sauce. And just maybe a little bit more red pepper paste. Just as some added garnish for later. Okay. So this is an authentic version of Korean chicken with potatoes and vegetables and all that extra stuff. So we gotta get this over here onto the stove, which we will cook for the foreseeable several hours. Okay. All right, so that seems perfect. Okay, this is getting cooked, nice and fresh. I'm gonna leave this on the stovetop for like a good 2 to 3 hours, and then my rice is still being cooked, so we got to get these two things going. And then I think I'm just gonna watch a little bit of TV and sit back and drink some soda and let my camera charge for a little bit. Okay, guys? So yeah, I know it's kind of like, you know, so yeah, I'm just gonna watch some TV while I wait for that to cook. So I'll be right back, and let's see what happens as far as like the food, and I'm gonna charge my camera. So, yep. Alright guys, so I have to work on my next project today, so new project. I know I just told you guys that I just got done making a video, and then I have to make another video and get all of it edited today. So, and then, you know, compress it, publish it, because I don't have any time to video edit tomorrow. Tomorrow's a film day, so I have to video edit 2 videos in a row to maintain my current schedule right now. So I have to get to work on that particular thing. And, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, you know, if you want to have, you know, great content on a regular basis, you're going to have to outwork people. And I have to pretty much get this done. This upcoming project done. Kind of work on the timeline a bit. Obviously there's a lot to do here. So right now I'm just video editing a lot of different content. I've got to video edit and compress, create thumbnails for 2 new videos by the end of the day today, plus record a part of my upcoming vlog, then record the second part of my vlog tomorrow, so that I have, you know, my educational plus my vlog content happening at the same time. So always be producing, always be making content, you know, always, you know, keep the camera rolling, because you just never know when it starts to have, sorry about that guys, the settings got messed up. Okay, so yeah, always be recording, always be producing, because you just never know. There's always going to be a time where the content could have a significant impact on the direction or the momentum you have. So if you're not maintaining the momentum in your channel, then you're going to feel very, very frustrated, unambiguously so. And I'm, you know, in a fortunate situation where I can just keep working and working and working, keep producing and producing more videos until I get it right, and then I get a high amount of content, quality videos onto my channel, and that's the goal. So back to video edits. I'll be back in the next 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll be able to, you know, eat some food on camera, I guess, for you guys, because I'm still cooking the chicken right now. So I basically finished editing this video. This one was a relatively easier edit. I just have to finish up some last minute touches, and then I can go ahead and file compress, quick export this right there. And we have another completed video that's about to get rendered. So we gotta get the rendering going, and then boom. So it'll be about 25 minutes of it video rendering right now. So let's let that render, and then I'm gonna run back and check on my food because I've been cooking food. I know it's kind of dark inside my apartment. Let me get the lights on real quick. Okay, so let's see how the food looks this time. I have to get some light. So as you guys can see, the chicken is getting cooked right now. And it smells so freaking gnarly good inside of here. I would argue that this is one of the best things you can cook. Right now I'm cooking it for like several hours, so to make sure that, you know, it's more chunky. It's not supposed to be soupy at all. It's supposed to feel very much like a main dish with very limited amount of like fluids and stuff like that. Let me just kind of switch this over so it kind of goes down like that. As I'm flipping the chicken correctly. Yeah, this chicken right here, probably have to flip it as well with all its garnishes and everything. Just kind of. Okay. So I'm going to leave that alone for a little bit longer. And then we'll see how, we'll check in on this in another 30 minutes. I'm just, right now I got to head back to my computer, work on my video thumbnail in Canva. So yeah, let's go back and work on a video thumbnail now, because obviously the food's not done cooking yet, so I don't get to eat. And I still haven't designed a thumbnail for this video yet, so it is what it is. Alright, so pretty much got done with this particular thumbnail, so that'll go on to my next video. So let's get the ISO rating down on this as well. So you guys can see, just again, you know, work doesn't stop. It is exactly 6:40 p.m. on February 18th, and we continue to keep rolling and producing. So that'll be the thumbnail for this particular video, and now I get to move on to the next thing I can think of doing today. So can't wait for that. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna start eating some food. So let's get some chow down going on next for the food that I got. So here's how it turned out. Nice, rich looking chicken. I'm just letting it cool down. But you see what I mean? Like there's no real broth. You don't really want it to be that brothy, so there really isn't any broth. You want the liquids to cool off. Chicken just falls right off the bone. As you guys can see, it just falls right off the chicken. But this is really hot for me to eat right now. So I'm gonna let this sit, and then I'm gonna make a plate for myself in another couple more minutes. But yeah, that looks phenomenal, and I'm really thrilled by how that one turned out. Like, whew. That's like a very good meal. Like by any Korean standard, people are like, if there's a version of chicken I like, this is the version of chicken I would eat right here. Yeah. So yeah, after that cools down, I'm just gonna make a quick plate for myself, cook some And then I'm probably gonna do the nightly news segment that I watch, I guess. I don't know. I used to be a journalist. I used to write news articles. So there's a reason why you guys wonder, like, why do you watch the news so much, or why are you so obsessive over the news? It's because that was my life for about 7 years before I transitioned to being the owner of a cleaning business, and then transitioned primarily to being a YouTuber that makes vlogs and educational videos primarily. So I like watching news. So if we're gonna sit down and eat some food, I guess we're probably watching the news together again. All right, guys. All right. So we got the plate. Make some rice. See what you guys. So this is how it's served, nice and chunky, like a sort of curry type, but it's not exactly curry either. It's just, in some ways, it kind of is actually. And just like that, we got our food right here. Nice and fresh. I love this. This is a genuine taktoritang, and this is how I'm gonna have my dinner today. So let's go eat some dinner. Let's eat. Okay, guys? Feeling hungry right now, that's for sure. Today, let's watch some Fox News. So we're going to be watching some Fox News. We get to watch the Elon Musk show. So I don't know what you guys think about Elon Musk, but before I dig into Elon Musk, let's just watch what they have to say today on Fox News, okay?
So he's working for free with Doge. He's kind of put a lot of his life on hold.
And you sued Twitter a number of years ago. You just made him pay you $10 million?
That's right. That's right. Well, I sued from long before he had it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they really did a number on me, you know. And I sued, and they had to pay. They paid $10 million settlement.
You're okay with that?
I mean, I left it up to the lawyers and the team running Twitter. So I said, you guys do what you think is the right. It makes sense.
I think it's fine.
I think it's a very low. I was looking to get much more money than that.
So you gave him a discount in the lawsuit.
He got he got a big discount. I don't think he even knows about it.
He's become one of your, if you read and believe the media, he's become one of your best friends. He's working for free for you.
Well, I love the president. I just want to be clear about that.
You don't care about that?
I know, I love the president.
You love the president?
I think President Trump is a good man. And he's,
It's nice the way he said that, There's something nice about it.
Yeah, it is. Because, I mean, the president's been so unfairly attacked in the media. It's really outrageous. And at this point, I spent a lot of time with the president, and not once have I seen him do something that was mean or cruel or wrong. Not once.
I've known him for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anybody take as much as he's taken.
Yeah.
And we've discussed this, and I'm like, how do you deal with it?
Did it have a choice?
Well, you would say that to me. I'm like, what am I going to do? Worry about it? And, and then culminating in 2 assassination attempts, which resulted in your endorsement.
Well, I was going to do it anyway, but that was
it.
Precipitating event, yeah.
That speeded up a little bit?
Yeah.
The day of the assassination.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It sped it up, but I was going to do it anyway.
Mr. President, with your indulgence, I'm convinced that people only know a little bit about Elon. I don't think they know everything about Elon, because as I studied and prepared for this interview, I learned a lot about you that I didn't know. I think people will think about Tesla. Democrats are demonizing you and trying to make the country hate you. I just want people to understand you a little bit better, and the person that you've gotten to know and have now put a lot of trust in.
Yeah.
And, just let's go over a little bit of your bio, starting with PayPal and how you became involved in Tesla and SpaceX and Neuralink and all these.
Well, I mean, I think the way to think of me is like I'm a technologist, and I try to make technologies that improve the world and make life better.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's why I like my t-shirt says tech support, because I'm here to provide the president with technology support. And now that may seem like, well, is that a silly thing? But actually it's a very important thing, because the president will make these executive orders, which are very sensible and good for the country, but then they don't get implemented, So you take, for example, all the funding for the migrant hotels. The president issued an executive order. Hey, we need to stop taking taxpayer money and paying for luxury hotels for illegal immigrants, which makes no sense. That's obviously people do not want their tax dollars going to fund high-end hotels for illegals. And yet they were still doing that, even as late as last week. And so, we went in there and like, hey, this is in violation of the presidential executive order. It needs to stop. So what we're doing here is one of the biggest functions of the Doge team is just making sure that the presidential executive orders are actually carried out. And this is, I just want to point out, this is a very important thing, because the president is the elected representative of the people. So he's representing the will of the people. And if the bureaucracy is fighting the will of the people and preventing the president from implementing what the people want, then what we live in is a bureaucracy and not a democracy.
Yeah. You're both aware, you have to be keenly aware, that the media and the punditry class, I think you've proven they have no power anymore, because they threw everything they had at you and they didn't win. And that was, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They threw everything, lawfare, weaponization. Sure. And now I see they want you two to start, they want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. They said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I said, It's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
And at the end of this interview, what I would like is I want people to know the relationship and know more about you. What is the relationship, Mr. President?
Well, I respect him. I've always respected him. I never knew that he was right on certain things, and I'm usually pretty good at this stuff. He did Starlink. He did things that were so advanced that nobody knew what the hell they were. I can tell you in North Carolina, they had no communication. They were wiped out. Those people were, they had rivers in between. Land that never saw water, all of a sudden there was a river and a vicious, like rapids. People were dying all over. They had no communication. They said, "Do you know Elon Musk?" They didn't really know I know him. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Could you get Starlink?" It's like the first time I ever heard of it. I said, "What's Starlink?" A communication system that's unbelievable.
I have it.
Yeah, and he said, I called him and I said, "Listen, they really need it." And he got like thousands of units of this communication, and it saved a lot of lives. He got it immediately, and you can't get it. I mean, you have to wait a long time to get it. But he got it to him immediately, and I said, "That's pretty amazing," and I didn't even know he had it. We watched the rocket ship, so we watched Tesla. I think, something that had an effect on me was when I saw the rocket ship come back and get grabbed, like you grab a beautiful little baby. You grab your baby. It just
hug the rocket.
I've never seen
everyone. He's hugging clean rockets.
And he said, you can't really have a rocket program if you're going to dump $1 billion into the ocean every time you fly. You have to save it.
Right.
And he saved it. First time that I've ever seen that done. Now, nobody else can do it. If you look at the U.S., Russia, or China, they can't do it. And they won't be able to do it for a long time. He has the technology. So you learn, I wanted somebody really smart to work with me in terms of the country, a very important aspect. Because, he doesn't talk about it. He's actually a very good businessman. And when he talks about the executive orders, and this is probably true for all presidents, you write an executive order and you think it's done. You send it out. It doesn't get done. It doesn't get implemented. They don't implement it. Maybe they're from the last administration, and they are in some cases. You try and get them out as fast as you can. But as soon as he said that, I said, that's interesting. You write a beautiful executive, and you sign it, and you assume it's going to be done, but it's not. What he does is he takes it, and with his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually. They dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know they have 180.
So he's your tech support.
No, he is. But he's much more than that.
I play on tech support, though. But
he gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people, they're good with tech, but he gets it done. I said in real estate, you had guys that would draw beautiful renderings of a building, and they'd draw the rendering, it would be great, and you'd say, "Great, when are you starting?" But they were never able to get it built. They couldn't get the financing. They couldn't get the approvals. It would never get done. And then you have other guys that are able to get it done. They could just get it done. I was in real estate. Same thing in this. He gets it done. So when he said that, he said, when you sign these executive orders, a lot of them don't get done, and maybe the most important ones. And he would take that executive order that I'd sign, and he would have those people go to whatever agency it was. When are you doing it? Get it done, get it done. And some guy that maybe didn't want to do it, all of a sudden, he's signing. He just doesn't want to be bothered.
Do a lot of those executive orders have to be codified into law? You need the Republican Congress
and
to follow
a lot of them will be.
They will.
Look, in the meantime, we have 4 years. The beauty is we have 4 years. That's why I like doing it right at the beginning. Because an executive order is great. The one problem is both good and bad. Because when they did all these executive orders, they canceled most of them. They were terrible. We're going to go radical left communists. It was crazy. Their executive orders were so bad. If they ever got them codified, you'd never be able to break them. So the damage that Biden has done to this country, and it's not even Biden, it's the people that circled him in the Oval Office, but the damage they did to this country, in terms of, let's say, open borders, there's so many things, but open borders, where millions of people poured into our country, and hundreds of thousands of those people are criminals. They're murderers, they're drug dealers, they're gang members, they're people from prisons from all over the world. And we have a great guy, Tom Homan, and he is doing so incredibly. You saw the number, they're done like 96%.
95%.
He is a phenomenal guy. And Christy Nome is doing an unbelievable job. And he wanted her, he said, she's so tough. And I said, I don't think of her as that way. You know, she's very nice. He said, no, she's so tough. And she is, I see with the horses, she's riding the horse. She's great. But the team we have is really unbelievable. But those executive orders, I sign them, and now they get passed on to him and his group and other people, and they're all getting done. We're getting them done.
Let me go back a little bit to your background, because it's beyond impressive. You were the chief engineer, for example. You were an early believer in Tesla. You became the CEO, and then the chief engineer, which was phenomenal. SpaceX, same thing, which is unbelievable. I mean, you were the first private company to send astronauts successfully into space, the first private company to send astronauts into orbit.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
He's going to go into orbit soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's going to go to Mars. He's
Starlink.
At some point.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is it
But they said, they was asking, like, do you want to die on Mars? And I say, well, yes, but not on impact.
Starlink is in 100 countries. This is going to be hard. I feel like I'm interviewing the two brothers here.
You go ahead.
Star Shield, which could be used for national defense.
Yeah, it is already been used for national defense.
Bros.
Then you have
Tech bros.
what is it called? Optimus, a part of Tesla.
The robot, yeah.
A robotic arm. Then you have an AI arm. And then you have something that really fascinated me. And it's called Neuralink.
Yes.
You might help the blind to see,
Yes.
and people with spinal cord injuries, that they can recover, where in the past, how close is that becoming a success?
Neuralink, we've implanted Neuralink in 3 patients so far who are quadriplegics, and it allows them to directly control their phone and computer just using their mind, just by thinking. It's like, so we call this product telepathy. So you control your computer and phone just by thinking, and it's possible to actually control the computer and phone faster than someone who has working hands. Then the next step would be to add a second Neuralink implant past the point where the neuron's damaged, so that somebody can walk again, and so they can have full body functionality restored.
So you like Bobby, right?
I like Bobby, actually. Yeah, I think I supported Bobby Kennedy. I think he's unfairly maligned as someone who is anti-science, but I think he isn't. He just wants to question the science, which is the essence of the science. The scientific method, fundamentally, is about always questioning the science.
Oh, they didn't tell us the truth about COVID.
Correct.
That's for sure.
Yes.
And we learned a lot with the Twitter files. And that just then raises a question. You're the richest man in the world. You may not like that part. You're pretty competitive.
It's general there.
Known you a long time.
That's why
But he's on your team.
Isn't it?
Well, that's true. You can't top that.
He's good. You know, I wanted to find somebody smarter than him. I searched all over. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You really tried hard.
I couldn't find anyone smarter, right? So we had it for the country.
But this is the thing.
We settled on this.
Well, thanks for having me.
So,
I'm just trying to be useful
this is
here.
the interesting. This is where we are as a society, and I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're doing all of these things. Nobody at Doge gets paid a penny, correct?
Well, actually, some people are federal employees.
Some are, okay.
Yeah.
They're helping.
But it's fair to say that the software engineers at Doge could be earning millions of dollars a year, and instead of earning a small fraction of that as federal employees.
Okay, so
And they're very committed people.
So
Yes.
you're committed to helping the blind see, people with spinal cord injuries recover.
Yes.
You're committed to getting to Mars. You're committed to rescue. You're going to help rescue next month 2 astronauts that I think were abandoned. They dispute that in an interview.
When
At
do you
the
get
president's request, or instruction, we are accelerating the return of the astronauts, which was postponed kind of to a ridiculous degree.
They got left in space.
They've been there. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They're there almost 300.
Biden.
They were yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Okay, it's not good. Now, if I had the weight of the pressure of doing that successfully on my shoulders, I think I'd be, you know. But when we spoke before you did this interview, you were very confident. You think this will be a successful mission.
Well, we don't want to be complacent, but we have brought astronauts back from the space station many times before, and always with success. Mm-hmm. So, as long as we're not complacent.
When are you going to launch?
I think it's about 4 weeks. Bringing back.
About 4 weeks?
Yeah.
And
we're being extremely cautious. Yeah.
You now have the go-ahead.
Yes. Well, thanks to you.
They didn't have the go-ahead with Biden. He was going to leave him in space. I think he was going to leave him in space.
Well, it's like we were growing up, lost in space.
Yeah, he didn't want the publicity. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable. And so I wanted to echo something that the president said and then ask an overarching question. So people didn't get hit with Hurricane Helene. They have no communication with the outside world. You come to the rescue. You donated that, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay. You donated to the people.
He saved a lot of lives in North Carolina. He saved a lot of lives.
And California after the wildfires?
California, but I mean in North Carolina where they were really in trouble. They had no communication. People were dying. They were dying of starvation. He saved a lot of lives in North Carolina.
Okay. Now you're going to rescue astronauts. And now, and again, you do all of this. I would think liberals would love the fact that you have the biggest electric vehicle company in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be adored by the left, you know.
Yeah, not anymore.
Less so these days.
He killed that, huh?
I mean, less so.
I really didn't.
Well, I mean, it's this whole sort of like, you know, they call it like Trump arrangement syndrome. And I don't, you don't realize how real this is until like you can't reason with people. And so like I was at a friend's birthday party and I was just a birthday dinner. And it was like a nice, quiet dinner, and everyone was behaving normally. And I happened to mention, this is before the election, like a month or two before, I happened to mention the president's name. And it was like they got shot with a dart in the jugular that contained like methamphetamine and rabies, okay? And I'm like, what is wrong? Guys, like, you can't have a normal conversation. And it's like that it become completely irrational.
He has no idea that if you're friends with him, you pay a price. You know, it's like I walk in a restaurant in New York and it's like half the room gets staggers and they want to.
No, the IDAGR's level is insane. Yeah. I mean, there was like I had like some invitation because so I got invited to like basically a big sort of jam event like that was, but I received the invitation like the beginning of last year and I still attended even after I had endorsed President Trump. And I didn't realize how profoundly that would affect, how I was received. I mean, I walk into the room and I'm getting just the dirty looks from everyone. Like, if looks could kill, I would have been dead several times over.
But that was not before Trump. Before Trump, that never happened, right?
No.
Alright, let's get these two hooligans out of here. That's what I'm saying, you know, they're like tech bros. Donald Trump and Elon Musk sitting together. There's like Donald Trump with his Truth Social and Elon Musk with his Lying X application, or the Trashy X is what I call it. A trashy ex-girlfriend app of a social app called Twitter. Call it the ex-girlfriend, the app that you would divorce from, basically, because you hate the guy so much. And honestly, like, this is probably why he's not liked. Because if you watch that interview closely, it's like everything they're trying to communicate is like this sort of like elitism, like ha ha ha, you can't take us down, you know, and it's sad, really. Like, you know, Donald Trump already looks like a sellout to the Russian Federation with his yes sir Vladimir Putin, yes sir Vladimir Putin, and everything that Vladimir Putin wants Donald Trump to say, Donald Trump says exactly what Donald Trump has to say. And then whenever Elon Musk is there, he quietly kind of nudges him. They have like this hidden body language like Vladimir Putin when he's like, you know, when he like taps his wrist and he's like trying to tell his security guard to go away. If you look very closely at that interview, there were a lot of non-verbal body language cues that Elon Musk used throughout the entirety of that interview to kind of coerce Donald Trump to be like, no, I'm not his puppet, I'm his friend. And it's like, is either of those things necessarily a good thing for this country? And so the verdict is still out on that. I, for one, know for a fact that while, yes, Elon Musk is a brilliant guy, but he's also brilliantly self-serving, meaning that if he, of all people, the richest person probably on the planet, was able to leverage the power of government inside the United States, what would he do to leverage that position of power to further enrich himself? Just like he so easily and callously probably is able to point out various, false or fake or, terrible transactions. And don't get me wrong, I'm in favor of more government accountability for sure. I don't like the idea of government bureaucrats running away from the federal treasury with the free checks and the free money and the kickbacks from foreign governments and all that stuff. I get that you want to clamp down on this particular issue. But then what escapes me is the fact that, so for doing all that, grand, posturing of, you can't do, you have not fooled me, I'm better than you all, but hold on a second here. So if you're the solution to the problem, okay, then why does it awfully sound like you're also in a position to leverage the government, probably to get, maybe advanced clinical trials to go through for Neuralink, everything from, potential tax credits that Tesla could take advantage of versus like various, things and privileges that Elon Musk will probably gain the benefit of from being able to leverage his political position, which will translate into making much more money than any of the congresswomen or congressmen or senators that, they make money, and maybe it's suspicious how they ended up with the money. But we're talking about Elon Musk, where if he leverages the government in certain ways, he can easily rack up a couple billion, maybe tens of billions, even maybe a couple $100 more billion in net worth, all in the blink of an eye without anybody recognizing exactly what he's doing. Not to mention, I don't think Elon Musk is necessarily a morally ethical guy. Nothing, and what I mean by that is, he has no problems with using African child labor to get access to the various nickel and nickel resources needed and cobalt for use instead of batteries, lithium-ion batteries. They pretty much come from Africa, and Tesla is the biggest consumer of those lithium-ion cells, and particularly the input of cobalt into that entire process. The reason why Tesla was able to improve the efficiency of the cost for these batteries is because they overly indulged and leveraged child labor in Africa, and the Chinese went along with it. And so it's just really looking very messy to me, because at the same time, Elon Musk is thoroughly in bed with the Chinese, right? I mean, for crying out loud, the guy has a manufacturing facility that manufactures Tesla cars in China. Second of all, it's not just the cars that are being manufactured in China that belong to Tesla and Tesla's, products or whatever. He also has, the African cobalt issue going on. And he's really exposed to, the Asian supply chain. So while the Republican messaging might be, we're going to rapidly try and onshore manufacturing, or try to, the problem I'm seeing, though, is that he's so deeply in bed with the existing status quo, with the existing globalist agenda of further taking manufacturing jobs away from the United States. What's to say that, Elon's not there just to further weaken the government so that he can further take advantage of the various things that his company is already doing? He's talking a great game, but he sounds just like any other type of bureaucrat that can be easily corrupted based upon the whims of greed and corporate greed that certainly benefits Elon at the expense of perhaps, the American taxpayer, for example. So, like I'm saying, politics is full of hypocrisy. And he's going to be just like a hypocrite, like any other politician going into politics. And that's why I'm saying give it some time. For now, they look great. They seem to be beating at the same pace of the drum, or beating on the drum directly in concerto together, like they're doing the same old, fascism routine together, reticent of maybe even like, fascist, Germany or Nazi Germany, and the two Nazis are sitting together, doing a really good job of pandering to Vladimir Putin lately as well, with the way they're negotiating and stuff like that. And the only reason why I think Donald Trump is so pressured to try and negotiate a peace deal with Russia is because China's probably the one influencing it more than anything else, because he, like Elon Musk, like to derive profits from leveraging cheap labor from across the world. And while every politician loves to talk a good game about bringing back the jobs to the United States, these very two individuals are like have absolutely the least amount of incentive, particularly Elon Musk. Elon could definitely leverage his position of government to further expand manufacturing or manufacturing outside of the United States based upon how weak their political position is against China and Russia. And right out the gate, it's so weak, it's so one-sided in favor of Russia that it just sounds like Elon Musk basically told Donald that, hey man, I want to monetize, I want to make money. I don't care about war, I don't care about, winning on political ideology, I just want to make money. And just like any foreigner that belongs in our country that's not born here as a natural citizen, I don't feel like he's obligated, or he's acting as if he's obligated like a naturalized U.S. citizen. He certainly sounds like he has some patriotism, but what they say and what they're doing is completely the opposite of each other right now. And it's why I'm saying, why is Donald Trump in such a hurry to close a deal with Russia? Is because it's the same corrupt garbage of the sellout to the communists and the Chinese communists. Just like he keeps pushing the agenda and the discussion of World War III. And right now, I just want to finish eating my food. I want to have my dinner, and then I'm going to show up and clean a client's property tomorrow morning. So you guys are going to follow me into the next day to watch me do another client cleaning as a professional service. So, just But yeah, this came out oh my god, this is so good. Like, despite the nasty taste I have for Elon Musk and Donald Trump right now, the food here is phenomenal. Love it a lot. See, guys, I love Korean food, but in any case, I think I'm going to go to sleep tonight, right after this. I'm kind of tired of politics, kind of tired of everything, kind of exhausted. I spent my day very productively, so anyways, let's turn to the next day. So, see you tomorrow.